Hey there, history buffs. Hungary, a landlocked nation in Central Europe nestled between Austria, Slovakia, Ukraine, Romania, Serbia, Croatia and Slovenia. It boasts a rich history and vibrant culture, with Budapest, its capital, often referred to as the Paris of the East. But the 20th century brought turbulent times marked by wars, political upheaval and economic challenges. Before World War II, Hungary's economy was largely agricultural, with vast fields and hard-working farmers. It relied heavily on exports, sending its produce to various parts of Europe. These included wheat and livestock. The country showed potential with its fertile lands and skilled labour force. Yet cracks were already appearing in its economic foundation as global market fluctuations began to take their toll. The Treaty of Trianon, signed in 1920, had dealt a heavy blow, redrawing borders and reshaping the nation. It stripped Hungary of vast territories and resources, including some of its most productive agricultural and industrial areas. This loss crippled the economy, leading to widespread unemployment and poverty. It sowed seeds of instability for the decades to come as political factions vied for control and the public grew increasingly restless. The shadow of World War II loomed large. It cast a dark cloud over Europe and plunged Hungary further into uncertainty as alliances shifted and tensions rose. The war shattered what remained of Hungary's fragile economy. Infrastructure lay in ruins and cities were left in tatters. Industries ground to a halt, unable to sustain production amidst the chaos and destruction. The once thriving agricultural sector struggled to produce even basic necessities as fields lay fallow and resources dwindled. The war's end brought little respite, as the nation faced the daunting task of rebuilding from the ashes. It ushered in a new era of hardship and economic turmoil, with the scars of conflict deeply etched into the fabric of society. The aftermath of World War II was brutal for Hungary. The once vibrant streets of Budapest lay in ruins, a stark reminder of the devastation that had swept through the nation. The nation found itself on the losing side, its soldiers defeated and its people demoralized. It faced harsh penalties and the suffocating grip of Soviet occupation. Soviet tanks rolled through the streets, a symbol of the new power dynamic. The Soviets demanded heavy reparations, imposing a financial burden that seemed insurmountable. They dismantled factories and seized valuable assets, stripping the country of its industrial capabilities. This exploitation further crippled Hungary's ability to recover. Factories stood empty, and the economy struggled to find its footing. The country was caught in a downward spiral, with its citizens queuing for food and basic necessities. The Hungarian government, desperate to alleviate the suffering of its people, made a fateful decision. In a bid to stimulate the economy, they took a drastic step. They resorted to printing more money, flooding the market with banknotes in hopes of providing immediate relief. This desperate measure, intended to provide relief, backfired spectacularly. The influx of currency devalued the money already in circulation. It ignited the flames of hyperinflation, causing prices to skyrocket and making everyday goods unaffordable. The value of the Hungarian pengo, the national currency, began to plummet at an alarming rate. Prices soared, savings evaporated. The economic landscape of Hungary was forever altered, leaving a legacy of financial turmoil. Imagine going to the market one day. A loaf of bread costs a few pengo. The next week, that same loaf costs hundreds. This was the harsh reality for Hungarians as hyperinflation tightened its grip. People watched helplessly as their hard-earned wages became worthless. The pengo's descent was swift and merciless. It lost value by the hour. The government, struggling to keep pace, issued banknotes in increasingly larger denominations. Thousands, millions, billions, the numbers became meaningless as the pengo's value plummeted towards zero. The very fabric of society began to unravel. The once familiar rhythms of daily life were replaced by a constant struggle for survival. Amid the chaos, a new banknote emerged, a symbol of the economic maelstrom engulfing Hungary. The streets were filled with anxious faces, people desperate to secure basic necessities. It was the one Millard Pengo note, a piece of paper that carried the weight of a nation's despair. Millard represented 1 billion, a staggering sum that highlighted the unimaginable scale of the crisis. Newspapers were filled with stories of financial ruin, and citizens struggled to keep up with the ever-rising prices. This note, the largest ever issued by any country, was a testament to the destructive power of hyperinflation. Banks worked tirelessly, printing more and more notes, yet the value of money continued to plummet. It was a sobering reminder of the fragility of economic stability. Families found it increasingly difficult to afford even the most basic items, and store shelves were often bare. The Millard Pengo, however, was not a solution but a symptom of a deeper malaise. Government officials debated endlessly, but the root causes of the crisis remained unaddressed. It served as a stark reminder that simply printing more money could not solve Hungary's economic woes. People resorted to using wheelbarrows and baskets to carry their nearly worthless banknotes. The country needed a radical solution to escape the abyss of hyperinflation. International aid and post-war reconstruction efforts were crucial, but true recovery required deep structural changes. Thanks for joining me on this historical journey. If you enjoyed this trip back in time, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more fascinating history bites. Until next time, keep exploring.